Man, I wonder where Billy is. Late today. Billy, what happened to you?
You know those California jokes we've been making? We've got to stop, man. Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of UD News with myself, Billy Gibula, and my partner,
Carl Russo.
Let's get started.
President Bush moved to veto a bill this week that would have banned the use of excessive torture techniques on suspects. The bill would have restricted interrogation techniques to the 19 approved methods in the Army Field Manual. Supporters of the veto said that this will allow our country to continue its right to interrogate suspects for useful information in the defense of our country. They also said that it will boost our moral standing abroad, because obviously we have a right to torture people, and there's no better way to boost your moral standing than by approving excessive torture techniques.
Voters in two southern Vermont towns passed articles Tuesday calling for the indictment of President Bush and Vice President Cheney for violating the Constitution. More symbolic than substantive, the items sought to have police arrest Bush and Cheney if they ever visited Brattleboro or nearby Marlboro, or to extradite them for prosecution elsewhere. In Brattleboro, the vote was 2,012 for and 1,795 against. In Marlboro, it was 43 to 25, with 3 abstentions. Thank you, Vermont, for providing us with a goofy little story to add into our news program, and for that delicious maple syrup we can drench our pancakes in.
I like maple syrup.
Me too, Carl. Me too.
This year, more than 2,000 congregations across the United States, including Catholic and other Christian denominations, will use eco-friendly palms this Palm Sunday. The eco-friendly palms are harvested in more environmentally friendly ways. Apparently, the churches buckled under pressure from certain environmentalist groups. That's all we're going to say about this story. There's nothing else.
Recent studies have shown that physical activities for girls improves their academic abilities in the classroom. Psychologists say that more physical activity allows the students to better focus inside the classroom. Unfortunately, scientists still have yet to come up with a way to make men smarter. Sorry, guys.
And now for politics. The Democrats are still battling it out. However, Mike Huckabee has dropped out, and John McCain has gathered enough delegates that he will be the Republican nominee.
On Thursday at 3:45 a.m., an explosion went off at an armed forces recruitment center in Times Square. Luckily, no one was injured. The police are still searching for a suspect. And now for international news.
More than 100 bodies have been found in a mass grave north of Baghdad. It's not sure how the bodies got there, but they're said to have been there a long time. This week in the Dominican Republic, the leaders of Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador met to settle a dispute that resulted from a Colombian border raid. The leaders wasted little time getting down to peace talks. And now to Ben, who has kept his location secret this week. So, as a surprise, let's find out where he is.
Thanks, Billy. I'm reporting here in Houston, your old alma mater hometown, know what I mean, dog? And boy, oh boy, do I have a big story for you today. They say that the benzene levels, a dangerous carcinogen, is on the rise from these chemical companies producing benzene for all them practical reasons and all that. And the mayor's like, chemical companies, can you lower the levels? And chemical companies are like, Mayor, no we can't. And so it's like, cancer. Know what I mean?
Well, if it's dangerous, Ben, shouldn't you be wearing a mask?
Oh, little cancer never hurt nobody. Know what I mean? After all, this is Billy's hometown, and Billy doesn't get beat up or broken real easily with fingers and legs. Oh, wait, he does. Back to you, Billy.
Thank you, Ben. And now to sports.
Brett Favre announced his retirement from football this week after 17 seasons in the NFL. He retires with 5,377 career completions in 8,758 attempts for 61,655 yards, 442 touchdowns. He has played 253 consecutive regular season games going back to 1992 and 275 consecutive games counting playoff games. In basketball, the Houston Rockets have a 17-game winning streak, the longest winning streak they've ever had as a franchise. They put that up against the New Orleans Hornets tonight in Houston. And now to Carl with the feel-good story of the week.
Frank Woodruff Buckles was only 15 years old when he joined the U.S. Army. During World War I, he was an ambulance driver in Britain and France, and then later, during World War II, he was held captive for 39 months as a prisoner of war. During that time period, as a POW, he had a single tin cup out of which he ate all of his meals. Now, many years later, he still keeps that cup to remind him of all the suffering he went through for this country that he loves so much. At the age of 107, he is the last known survivor of the U.S. Army to have served in World War I. We thank you, Mr. Frank Woodruff Buckles, for your years of service, hard work, and sacrifice.
And don't forget, it's daylight savings time this weekend at 2 a.m. on Sunday, March 9th. You're supposed to move your clocks an hour ahead, unless, of course, it's already past Sunday, in which case, I must ask, what time is it? Are you sure? Well, that's all the news we have for this week. For myself, Billy Gibula, and my partner,
Carl Russo.
have a good week. Act professional, act professional. Okay. Take two.
Dose.
I don't know if I was going to make a joke after that. Oh, I was! Dang it, it's the maple syrup one.
John McCain. Oh, why did that happen? I got like a weird frog in my throat and I like swallow. It's like, what? I just wanted to do that.
You can get cancer easier.